blood, betrayal, and a mystery that just tore through the entire WWE universe like a freight train loaded with dynamite. What you're about to witness isn't just another Monday Night Raw recap. This is the night everything changed for the Bloodline, the night Roman Reigns walked back into the fire, and the night we finally got answers to a question that's been eating away at every single one of us since Jey Uso was found laid out like roadkill backstage on SmackDown. Buckle up, because when the dust settles tonight, somebody's world is gonna be shattered, and I promise you're not ready for what's coming. So before we dive headfirst into this absolute chaos, I need you to do something for me real quick. If you're loving the energy we bring to this channel, if you want to be part of the SLAMZONE family that breaks down these moments when they're still hot, when the emotion is still raw, smash that subscribe button right now. We're building something special here, and every single one of you matters. Hit that notification bell too, because when breaking news drops, when the wrestling world explodes, you're gonna want to be the first to know. And that like button? Show it some love. It takes you 1 second, but it means the world to us and helps us keep bringing you this content every single week. Now let's get into it. The energy inside that arena is absolutely suffocating. You can feel it through the screen. The Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis is absolutely buzzing, and there's this electricity in the air that only comes when something big, something historic, is about to unfold. We're coming off the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and the fallout is already insane, but there's one story that has everyone on the edge of their seats, one mystery that's been gnawing at the WWE universe for days now. Jey Uso, the YEET master. Main event: Jey Uso, a man who fought his way out of his cousin's shadow, who earned the respect of millions, who qualified for the men's Elimination Chamber match by defeating Bronson Reed in original El Grande Americano. That man was found unconscious, brutalized, destroyed backstage on SmackDown, and nobody knows who did it. Or at least, nobody's talking. The whole thing reeks of conspiracy. Think about it. Jey qualifies for one of the biggest matches of his career, a chance to headline WrestleMania, and then suddenly he's being loaded into an ambulance with his cousin Jacob Fatu riding alongside him to the hospital? Come on. Something isn't adding up here, and the theories have been flying faster than a Seth Rollins dive. Was it Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath who showed up right after the attack and made a point to tell everyone he had nothing to do with it? Because let me tell you something, when a man goes out of his way to say, "I didn't do it," that usually means he's got something to hide. Or was it Jacob Fatu himself, the Samoan werewolf, playing the concerned cousin while secretly eliminating Jey so he could take his spot in the chamber match? The man failed to qualify, and then suddenly his competition is out cold and he's demanding to replace him? That's suspicious as hell. Then there's Sami Zayn, the former honorarius who's been throwing around accusations left and right. Sami confronted Jacob backstage before his qualifier match against Logan Paul, dropping not-so-subtle hints that maybe, just maybe, the person who attacked Jey is the same person who attacked Jacob months ago. And Sami doesn't think it was Drew. Sami thinks there's a pattern here, and both Fatu cousins have something in common: their last name. Is this revenge for the Bloodline days? Is this about Sami never getting his moment, never getting that world championship run he deserved while Roman and the family got all the glory? The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes this so damn compelling. But tonight, on Raw, the mystery is about to get even deeper. Because Jey Uso, who was supposed to be hospitalized, who was supposed to be out of action, is back. And he's got revenge on his mind. The night kicks off with absolute pandemonium. The Vision, Austin Theory and Logan Paul are in the ring, and they are livid. Paul Heyman is with them, and you can see it written all over their faces. They know something's coming. Theory's trying to make his catchphrase "Here's my theory" happen, Logan's playing his one-dimensional heel character, and Heyman's doing what Heyman does best, trying to keep the ship from sinking. Then the music hits. Multiple masked men start appearing around the ring, and the crowd absolutely erupts. You know what's happening. Seth freakin' Rollins is back, and he's not here to shake hands and make friends. The architect lures Theory and Logan Paul away from the ring, leaving Paul Heyman completely vulnerable, standing there like a deer in headlights. And then wham! Seth Rollins emerges from the shadows and drives a steel chair straight into Paul Heyman's back. The same spot where Roman Reigns got annihilated over a decade ago. The symbolism is not lost on anyone. Heyman crumbles to the mat like he's been shot, and before he can even process what's happening, Rollins is setting him up for the stomp. He drives Heyman's face into the canvas with such vicious force that it looks like his skull might have shattered on impact. The Oracle of WWE, the mastermind, the wise man, laid out, broken, being wheeled away on a stretcher as the show's barely even started. This is the chaos we signed up for. This is what the road to WrestleMania looks like when you've got scores to settle and egos to destroy. But that's just the opening act. Because backstage, things are getting even more heated. Heyman's being loaded into an ambulance. Theory and Logan Paul are furious, trying to figure out what just happened, when suddenly a car pulls up. Theory approaches the vehicle, probably thinking it's their ride out of this nightmare, but then bam! Jey Uso comes flying out of nowhere and absolutely demolishes Austin Theory, beating him down like a man possessed. This is the moment where everything starts clicking into place. The Vision. Seth Rollins just took out Paul Heyman, their leader, their mouthpiece. And now Jimmy Uso is attacking Theory, clearly believing that the Vision is responsible for what happened to Jey on SmackDown. The dots are connecting, and the WWE Universe is losing their minds trying to figure out if Jimmy's right, if the Vision really did orchestrate the attack on Jey to get Logan Paul into the Elimination Chamber match. Jimmy's assault on Theory was clearly designed to send a message he believes the Vision was behind his brother's brutal attack. Yahoo Sports, https://sports.yahoo.com/wrestling/breaking-news/live/www-raw-highlights-2 and he's not waiting for official confirmation or a police investigation. This is the USO way. You hurt family, family hurts you back. So now we've got a match set up, Jimmy Uso versus Austin Theory. And let me tell you, the storyline implications here are massive. If the Vision is behind the attack on Jey, this is just the beginning of an all-out war that could culminate in a tag team title match between the Vision and the Usos at WrestleMania 42. Can you imagine? The biggest stage of them all, family honor on the line, gold around the waist, and a mystery attacker finally getting what's coming to them? The match itself is exactly what you'd expect. Jimmy comes out swinging, channeling all his rage and frustration into every punch, every chop, every move. He's not here to put on a wrestling clinic, he's here to hurt somebody. Theory tries to mount some offense, getting Jimmy into the corner and pounding away from behind, but Jimmy's running on pure adrenaline and family loyalty. He reverses, throws Theory out of the ring, and proceeds to introduce him to every piece of steel surrounding that squared circle. The announce table. The steel steps. Theory's getting brutalized, and the crowd is eating it up. Jimmy starts tearing apart the announce table, clearly planning something big, and then he plants Theory on it with a devastating super kick. The YEET Master's older brother climbs to the top rope, the crowd is on their feet, and you can feel it building. Something spectacular is about to happen. But then Logan Paul slides into the ring. Paul Heyman's injured, but the Vision still got two members standing, and they're not about to let Jimmy get his revenge without consequences. Paul interferes, and Jimmy hits him with a picture-perfect crossbody, but the damage is done. The distraction was enough. The attack comes, and Jimmy gets the disqualification victory, but victories don't mean much when you're getting beat down 2-on-1. And that's when the place absolutely explodes. Jey Uso's music hits. The crowd loses their collective minds. This man was supposed to be in a hospital bed. He was supposed to be out of commission, nursing his injuries, trying to figure out who tried to end his career. But here he comes, hobbling down the ramp on crutches, selling every bit of those injuries, and the look on his face is pure murder. He's been attacked, ambushed, left for dead, and now he's staring down the men he believes are responsible. Jey made it clear who he believes is responsible for the attack, limping to the ring on crutches while selling the injuries from the SmackDown ambush. WrestleZone, https://www.wrestlezone.com/news/1622652-JUI-USO-Revenge-SmackDown-attack, and the emotional weight of this moment is almost too much to handle. This is what wrestling is supposed to be. This is the storytelling that makes you forget it's predetermined, that makes you genuinely care about what happens next. Theory and Paul are backing away, and you can see it in their eyes. They know Jey's not here to talk. He's here for blood. And even though Jey can barely stand, even though he's clearly not at 100%, he just delivered a receipt. The message is sent loud and clear: you come after the Usos come after you twice as hard. But wait, we're not done. Not even close. Because the other massive story tonight is happening simultaneously, building in the background, and it's about to take center stage in the most brutal, personal, emotionally devastating way possible. Roman Reigns is in the building. The tribal chief. The original tribal chief. The man who carried WWE on his back for years, who built an empire with the bloodline, who lost it all and is now trying to reclaim his throne. He's back on Raw, and he's got unfinished business with the World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk. These two are scheduled to main event WrestleMania 42. And their first face-to-face confrontation a month ago was already one of the best segments of the year. Tonight they're about to top it. Roman comes out to a hero's welcome in Indianapolis. The crowd is throwing up the ones, chanting OTC, 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 and Roman's soaking it all in. He demands that the city acknowledge him, and they do. They absolutely do. But then the atmosphere shifts. The familiar sound of Cult of Personality blares through the speakers, and CM Punk walks out, World Heavyweight Championship over his shoulder, that smirk on his face that says he knows exactly how to get under Roman's skin. Punk doesn't waste time with pleasantries. He acknowledges Roman, sure, but he immediately calls him out for the mean mugging, for acting like he's still the top guy when Punk's the one holding the championship. There's this tension between them that you can cut with a knife, years of real-life animosity bubbling just beneath the surface of scripted promos. Punk referenced Indianapolis as the city where he brought the Shield to the main roster, claiming he was instrumental in their debut for 11 Mania. https://411mania.com/wrestling/cm-hyphen-punk-roman-reigns-main-event-3-2-26, trying to take credit for Roman's entire career trajectory. And Roman? Roman fired back immediately, correcting him. "You brought the other two members, not me." That one line carries so much weight, so much history, because it references real-life tension about how the Shield was formed, about who deserves credit, about whether Punk actually pitched Roman for the group or if WWE management made that call themselves. This isn't just a promo. This is two all-time greats airing out legitimate grievances in front of millions of people, and it's absolutely riveting. Roman goes for the throat. He says Punk's only back to sell merchandise, to entertain middle-aged fans who still live with their parents, and maybe just maybe to sell tickets in Chicago. He says if Punk didn't have the championship, Roman wouldn't even care about him. WWE brought him back as a nostalgia act, as someone to pop ratings for a few months before he fades back into irrelevance. And once Roman beats him at WrestleMania, Punk's going on a retirement tour just like John Cena, getting shipped off to NXT to teach the kids how it used to be done. Ouch. That's personal. That's calculated. That's Roman Reigns being the master manipulator he's always been. But Punk's not backing down. He fires right back, pointing out that Roman's all alone now. Punk questioned who he was, noting that Reigns no longer has the Shield or a Wiseman by his side. WrestleZone, https://www.wrestlezone.com/news/1622678-Roman-Reigns-disputes-CM-Punk-Claim-WWE-Raw. No bloodline. No Wiseman Paul Heyman. No we, just I. And that's Roman's biggest weakness, isn't it? He spent years building this dynasty, this family-first empire, and now he's standing in that ring by himself, trying to convince everyone he doesn't need anybody to get the job done. Punk smells blood in the water. He says Roman's only in the WrestleMania main event because of him, because Punk's the champion and Punk's the draw. Without Punk, Roman would still be floating around the midcard, begging for relevance. And that hits harder than any superkick ever could. Roman tries to leave. He's had enough. He's delivered his message, but Punk grabs him and pulls him back. "Were you done? 'Cause I'm not." The crowd is absolutely nuclear at this point, because they know something big is coming. You can see it in Punk's eyes, in the way he's building to this moment. And then Punk says it. "I'm gonna bury you next to your father." The arena goes silent for a split second before erupting in shock. Punk made a bold comment about Roman Reigns' late father, WWE Hall of Famer Sika Inoue, saying he would bury Reigns next to his father. WrestleZone, https://www.wrestlezone.com/news/1622693-CM-Punk-Roman-Reigns-father-WWE-Raw. And you could see it hit Roman like a sledgehammer to the chest. His father. His real-life father. The man who helped build the legacy that Roman's been trying to honor his entire career. That's not just a wrestling insult. That's deeply, devastatingly personal, and Roman standing there, visibly shaken, furious, speechless. Punk drops the microphone and walks away, leaving Roman alone in the center of the ring, fuming with a rage that feels less scripted and more genuine than anything we've seen in years. This is what makes this feud special. This is why WrestleMania 42 is going to be absolutely unmissable. Because these two men aren't just playing characters, they're channeling real emotions, real history, real hatred that's been simmering for over a decade. And when they finally collide in Las Vegas, it's not just about the World Heavyweight Championship. It's about pride. It's about legacy. It's about proving once and for all who's the best in the world. Alright, real quick before we keep going, if you're still with me, if this breakdown is giving you everything you need to understand what's happening in WWE right now, do me a favor. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Drop a comment down below and tell me what you think. Do you believe the Vision attacked Jey Uso, or is there another mystery attacker we haven't considered yet? And are you Team Punk or Team Roman heading into WrestleMania? I read every single comment, and your theories, your passion, your engagement, that's what makes this community so incredible. So subscribe to SLAMZONE, hit that bell, and let's keep this family growing together. Now let's bring it home. Because while the Jey Uso mystery and the Roman Punk feud are the two biggest stories of the night, there's so much more happening that we need to talk about. Penta won the Intercontinental Championship from Dominic Mysterio after a bizarre situation involving Danhausen. Yes, Danhausen made his WWE debut and immediately cursed Judgment Day, leading to Mysterio losing his title without a single successful defense. The Judgment Day drama is heating up, with Finn Balor clearly heading toward a face turn after preventing JD McDonough from helping Mysterio cheat to win. Gunther destroyed Dragon Lee in a match that saw Lee's mask partially come off, potentially killing the gimmick altogether. Seth Rollins is back and already causing absolute havoc. AJ Lee is the new Women's Intercontinental Champion and making waves on Raw. But let's be real, the heart of tonight's Raw is about family, betrayal, and unanswered questions. Who attacked Jey Uso? Jimmy Uso's attack on Theory strongly suggested the Vision was behind the assault on Jey Sportskeda, https://www.sportskedia.com/wwe/news-hyphen-jey-us-mystery-hyphen-attacker-teased-raw-year-old-star. But we still don't have concrete proof. Could it be Sami Zayn, harboring resentment from his bloodline days? Could it be Jacob Fatu, secretly eliminating competition to get his spot in the Elimination Chamber? Could it be a conspiracy involving multiple people, all working together to keep the Usos down? The truth is, we don't know yet. And that's what makes this so compelling. WWE is playing the long game here, building suspense week after week, keeping us guessing, keeping us engaged. And when the reveal finally happens, whether it's at WrestleMania or on a random episode of SmackDown, it's going to be massive. But here's what we do know: family matters in WWE. The Bloodline saga isn't over, not by a long shot. Roman Reigns is trying to rebuild his empire without the family that made him. Jey and Jimmy Uso are out for revenge, fighting to protect each other and restore their honor. Jacob Fatu's caught in the middle, suspected by some, trusted by others. And Sami Zayn? He's the wild card, the former honorary Us who might be more dangerous than anyone realizes. And then there's Roman versus Punk, a match that transcends championships and accolades. The segment culminated in Punk's incendiary line about burying Reigns next to his father for 11 Mania, https://411mania.com/wrestling/cm-punk-roman-main-wwe-raw-3-2-26, taking this feud to a place that feels almost too real, too raw, too emotionally charged for scripted television. These two legends are putting everything on the line: their reputations, their legacies, their pride. 7 weeks until WrestleMania 42. 7 weeks of build, 7 weeks of promos, 7 weeks of wondering what's going to happen when these two finally lock up in the main event under the bright lights of Las Vegas. If tonight's any indication, we're in for something truly special. So here's what I need you to do. If you made it this far, if you've been riding with me through every twist, every turn, every emotional gut punch of this incredible night of wrestling, subscribe to SLAMZONE right now. We're here every single week breaking down the biggest moments, the most shocking reveals, the storylines that have you on the edge of your seat. Hit that like button, smash that notification bell, and join this incredible community of wrestling fans who live for this stuff just as much as I do. Drop a comment and let me know your predictions. Who attacked Jey? Who wins at WrestleMania, Punk or Roman? What's going to happen with the Vision and the Usos? I want to hear from every single one of you. This is SLAMZONE, where we don't just watch wrestling, we feel it, we live it, we break it down like our lives depend on it. And trust me when I tell you this, the road to WrestleMania is just getting started, and it's going to be one hell of a ride. Until next time, keep that energy high, keep supporting this channel, and remember, in the world of WWE, anything can happen. And usually, it's even crazier than we could ever imagine. See you next week. Peace.